OpenAI is in some hot water. The name at the forefront of the generative AI craze has recently been on the receiving end of several class action lawsuits. Now, technically, an American AI research laboratory consisting of a non-profit and a for-profit subsidiary, OpenAI is most famously known for ChatGPT, which is being used by various companies. Now, what could these lawsuits mean for OpenAI and its partnerships? Let's bring in Yahoo Finance's Dan Howley to discuss this more. Hey, Dan.
Yeah, that's right. We're looking at these lawsuits continuing to pile up against OpenAI and other AI-based businesses around the world. Really, what the key crux of the arguments are is, do these companies violate copyright laws when they scrape the internet, the open internet, that for data that's then used to train their AI models. So, just to take a step back with OpenAI and similar generative AI systems, they go through the internet, basically, pile up information, put it into one kind of, we could just say kind of a box, and then that's basically used for them to then generate text. So basically predicting what the next word after a word would be to basically give you those sentences that seem like they're written by a regular person. The same idea kind of plays out when you're talking about visual versions of generative AI or audio versions of generative AI. So this is something that we're going to continue to see companies kind of grapple with, as well as the courts. Right now, there's no real understanding of whether or not this is actually violating copyright law or not. So there's a number of lawsuits. Sarah Silverman, the comedian and author, is now involved in one with two other authors. There's a number of authors outside of those that are also suing companies. Then there's visual artists and audio artists that are also going ahead and filing suit. And essentially what they're all saying is, look, we didn't give these companies permission to scrape our data to then be used to put together these kinds of models that these companies could then benefit from monetarily. So we are going to go ahead and sue and see where that leads us. There's no real regulations that you can speak to. The government has had hearings about what to do when it comes to AI. A lot of the talk, though, has generally been about whether we're going to get, Skynet-style destruction from AI. And really, this seems to be the more important issue of, copyright material. Then there's disinformation or misinformation, as well as inherent bias in these types of algorithms. So I think the overall, broader Terminator fear is certainly out there, and that's what's getting a lot of attention. But it's these kinds of arguments that are going to be the key to moving forward with AI in the future.
We'll certainly be keeping an eye on that, especially since there have been so many copycats of OpenAI. I'm sure they'll all be watching this outcome closely as well. Our very own Dan Howley, thank you so much.